Today I will be showing you guys the best gold farm here in Ultimate Tower Defense. As you can see on screen, I currently have 1.7 million gold, and that's actually very easy to farm, and today I will be showing you guys the 3 best ways to actually farm this. Now I am going to start the video off with the most basic one. If you guys have a code that gives you 2 or 3x the amount of gold, farming raids is actually a very good option. Now you can of course go with the SJW raid, or you can go for the Boros one. Either one, actually, I think the SJW gives you 120k cap. I'm not sure about Boros, maybe it's 100k. But those do generally take around 6 minutes and above if you guys aren't playing with the pros. So that's definitely very time consuming. Now, if you guys are going to be farming the more basic one, this is actually going to be in Classic. Now, there are obviously a lot of options here. The second one would be in the final map. Now, in the final map, you also have a chance of getting the secret unit. So that is definitely a very good option. However, again, if you guys are not playing with the pro players, it's going to actually take a decent amount of time. And in this video, this one will be actually targeted to the ones who are going to be doing this solo. And this is actually going to be very beginner friendly, because the first area we will be talking about is going to be hard in Shibuya train station. Now here you can actually get one of these crates. However, we of course do not care about those crates. I would highly recommend bringing in decent damage units and then bring in a green and a red dragon. Now, when you actually start this, it's actually going to be very simple. If you guys have Mega Man here, you can actually just place her down and she will actually just pretty much solo this if you have dragons to follow it up with. Now, Mega Man is of course one of those units who is going to be very easily evoed. So if you guys have the time, make sure you guys do spend it here. She is again going to be extremely cheap, actually. One of the cheapest evos you can get, and probably one of the best ones as well. Now, Broly here is a very good dungeon unit, so if you guys are already using Broly there, he is also going to work pretty well here because of the full AoE, and he can actually deal a decent amount of damage. But if you guys are like me, who's just started a week ago, then probably Mega Man is going to be your best option here. And the second best option will probably be Broly, unless you guys actually decided to farm for Boros and SJW, then they are going to be very good. Now for me, I do have an SJW. I don't have a savior trait on him, which is why I'm going to go for the commander here. And the nice thing about that is you can actually summon both of his units here. Now they deal an extreme amount of damage. Beleon here will deal 6 million without the dragon. And then Iggy here will deal 4.88 million. So if we do this, so if we pop the dragon here actually, you're going to see we deal 15 here and then a nice 18 here. Now I do have Nokia here, but that's because I'm going to be leveling up Nokia for the Evo. Nokia Evo is going to be a very nice support, so if you guys don't have her yet, make sure you guys do go for her. This is one of the Evos that I highly recommend people getting because it's going to be very cheap and actually going to be very strong. You will probably be keeping her for a very long time. Now Tsunami here, of course, you might want some crowd control if you guys can't get a Mega Man yet. You can do this definitely very fast if you guys have Tsunami and a less of a strong damage dealer here. However, like I said here, you really only need a Mega Man, Green Dragon, Red Dragon, and probably the Blue Dragon if you guys can't one-shot them yet. There's on the auto ability, the 3 dragons, and a Mega Man herself will actually solo this. Because the units you can see here, they're pretty much just 20 million. When you go to Mega Man here, I don't have the green one yet, but if you have the green one, it'll deal around maybe 15-16 million here. And then the nuke will of course just one-shot it, it doesn't really matter. As you can see here, if you guys have 2x, this is of course going to be much faster. In less than 3 minutes, we gain 14, if not 15k gold here with 15k XP, which is actually very solid. Now another good area if you guys are a bit more advanced, a very nice area to actually farm is going to be in the HU Detention Center. Same thing, you go to hard. Now again, this one will actually be very solo friendly and beginner friendly, so if you guys are looking for a nice gold farm, these 2 places are definitely it. Now do keep in mind the mobs here will be a bit tankier than usual, than the other one actually. But it's the same concept. You put a Mega Man here, put it to 1.5. If you guys actually have 2x speed, then of course it's going to be way faster, probably in 2 minutes each. Same thing with the last map, you'll probably do it in 2 minutes. But here, same concept. Just get her ability off and then just pop the dragons and she should actually solo the entire way. But again, if you guys want it to be even faster, you can put down another damage dealer such as SJW, or like I mentioned a while ago, Broly is of course going to be a very good option. Or if you guys don't have any more damage dealers, you can put someone like a Tsunami down, a Blackbeard who can actually help you out because they are relatively cheap and they do bring these slow debuffs. And again, Nokia is obviously just there for her to be leveling up, so she does nothing relevant to this run. But do keep in mind, each one of these classic runs is going to be capped out at 20k. so you cannot get more than 20k from each one of this. So of course, if you guys can actually farm the final map in hard mode solo, if you guys can do that in around 4 minutes, that's not going to be the best. If you guys can do it in under 3 minutes or 3 minutes, the last map will be significantly better than this strategy. But like I said, this is catered more to the beginner ones, such as myself here, so that you can actually do this. Because when I go into YouTube and I search it, there's actually not many guides that can allow you to farm a lot of gold quite fast as a solo player or a beginner here. So definitely these two strategies is going to be very good. Now Wisteria Hard is also a very good option there, because if you guys can do it in under 3 minutes, or at least 3 minutes and 10 seconds, it's not going to be too bad. It's going to be close to that 20k cap. However, you also do get Tanjiro materials, so if you guys are looking forward to Evo in Tanjiro, you can definitely do that. Or if you guys don't care about Tanjiro, you can just basically sell his Evo materials, and you can also be farming rubies at the same time. Now if you guys are not familiar with rubies, rubies are what you use in the dungeons so that you can actually go ahead and Evo some of your other champions. And so to just show you here, we are already at wave 20, nothing else left. We got our cursed crit, you can sell that for like 20 gems. See, under 3 minutes again, and you can also get 15k gold. Now the reason why I selected those two maps that I've just shown you is because they actually spawn in one point, and they're very much easier to deal with because they will go on a straight line. Now if you were to take a look at this Floria, so for example, it's going to be much harder. Las Noches has 2 entrances, so it's going to be hard to do as a solo, which is why Shibuya and Eishui are definitely two very good options for beginners. And as you can see there, you can pretty much get 15k gold per 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's going to be a very nice farm for the early game players. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.